Artificial turf for match day brings us yet another fascinating contest in the BoB Bhutan Premier League season that refuses to slow down. It is TSIRANG FC against Royal Thimphu College FC or RTC FC. Two teams with plenty to play for and a league table where one result can change everything. For the home side, TSIRANG FC begin the afternoon on 10 points in 7th place. But don't let that position fool you. A victory today would lift them onto 13 points, drawing them level with both RTC and Thimphu FC in what is becoming an increasingly congested race for the top half of the table. After fighting their way back from a difficult start to the season, TSIRANG have once again shown that they are capable of competing with anyone. And today, they have another reason for optimism. A familiar face returns. A man who once lit up Chang Limitang for years at a time. Tsenda Doji makes his first appearance for TSIRANG FC, a player whose name carries enormous respect in Bhutanese football, a player whose experience and leadership could provide another dimension to an already confident side. And here is their starting 11 under head coach Pema. Antonio back in goal, 41. Kinzang Tsiring, 24. John Payne Sasha, their captain at number 5. Alex Willen, 21. Ugin Wangdi, 15. Rinchen Namge, 11. Stefan Solin, 25. Singawachu, 10. Tsenda Doji back at 31. And Tampi Ernest, 23. Also, apologies for the typo there, but we also have Afiz Olawale Oladipo, the talent brought over from Transport United, who has right now been lighting it up front for TSIRANG. It is supposed to be Olawale Oladipo, but does happen to the best of us. But standing opposite them is an RTC team with ambitions of their own. They arrived knowing that 3 points would lift them above Transport United into 3rd place. And here is their starting 11. And the head coach, again, it is Denub Namgil on goal. Ugewanchu, 32. Keder Rinchen, 25. Ugen Toji, 12. Nathaniel Tete, 7. Jimmy Sitim, 17. Abdul Majid Chamate, 16. Pema Zangpo, 8. Keza Jimmy, 23. Dilimonga, 9. And Jigdrel Wangchu, 13. Takin, who started last match, whose first start we saw, not quite getting the nod to the starting 11 this time around. Also, Babila seems like his injury concerns are continuing on. As such, they have placed the captain's armband on Dendrup Namge for this match. With regards to the referees, it is Virendra Rai, main referee, assisted by Pema and Tanin Tsiring. Fourth official for today, Purba Wangchu. As we see on screen, TSIRANG in their signature red, RTC in their signature blue. All we have left is the national anthem to get things going. Until then, this was your commentator, Ugintesh Tochi. See you guys in a bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kusangpo, and welcome back again with the national anthem done. Back again, a quick rundown of the table as it stands right now up here in the BoB Bhutan Premier League. It is Paro FC up on top. was a tight race back and forth between Timbuktu FC and Paro right now up on top. Formerly, it was Drukpa FC once upon a time, as well as BFF Academy, who held on to that first place position. But since then, they have lost themselves into the traffic of mid-table. Very tightly congested. Bottom two, Tensung, 5 points. Ugan Academy, 3 points. Right up ahead, 4 points up. Drukpa FC at 8, 9 points. One below BFF and TSIRANG, who are tied at 10. TSIRANG going into this match will have the chance to jump right up to next place with RTC and Thimphu, who are at 13. Transport United right now a little bit safe, 15 to their name, but third place. The risk here today as TSIRANG will look to get that win. On screen, you can also see Tsenda right behind Singhe, a guy whose return was supposed to happen in TSIRANG's first home game a couple games back. Did not see him then. Their second match, did not see him there as well. But finally, with his vacation online, we are seeing the legend return. John Payne Sasha, the captain of TSIRANG, a phenomenal outing so far in that back line. There was once an unfortunate incident where he tried to clear it off, but ended up conceding an own goal past Antonio Dylan da Silva, who is a keeper of an elite caliber. But they will have much to do against RTC and their sheer unpredictability. Their season, not consistent by any means. The only word to describe their run right now would be miraculous, because they are a capable team, but their wins, their draws have come by means nothing short of miracles. Jigdral, the magician, solely responsible for so many of them. Dilip, who earned them that victory in that last game of theirs, previous game of theirs, has now gotten the starting nod alongside Nathaniel Tete. So it will be interesting to see what the pair of them can do, because when they have Nathaniel Tete up in front, they have a solid target man capable of getting at the end of so many ridiculous long balls with his aerial ability, his verticality, and his sheer stature. And with Dilip, they have the heart, they have the hustle, they have the energy to get up against any matchup with sheer agility and sheer work rate. Against them, however, is TSIRANG. Their early campaign, filled with disaster, came with so many losses. There was a moment of time in which they were in the relegation zone as well. Jumped up to 7th, jumped up to 8th, and then right now looking pretty comfortable up at 7th, although that position may indicate signs of struggle. Their points right now puts them well within range of the top teams. And as such, they will be looking to continue on with that form. Olowale not in their previous match. Zenda not there as well, but hopefully that does not affect their chemistry going forward, because as we know, the capacity of the players they have on the field is one that RTC may not want to disrespect for far too long. TSIRANG with the kickoff, only the countdown remains. Until we begin, this was your commentator, Ugintish Tochi, and we have the whistle, setting things in motion. Back to Antonio Olowale, setting it up for TSIRANG to get it down low. Tsenda gets a header in. Abdul Majid Shamate clears it up, but it ain't much. Alex Willen from the trio signed over from Transport United. Alex Willen has been one of TSIRANG's main or primary engines. His dribbling ability, his vision, his passes has been making it lethal against pretty much any matchup, and will look to send an early one in. Alex Willen, what a shot! 30 seconds all it took to find the opener. Off of a remarkable effort from the former Grizzly. What a swerve on that shot. No chance for Tindup. What quality in that strike. As TSIRANG with an early lead up against RTC. Caught completely off guard did not really do their best in clearing it away, did not expect a goal that early. Maybe seconds off, but right along there with UA's Long Sonam's early goal that may have been in the 28, 29 and 30-second mark. Not quite sure what the official time was, as it simply said 1 minute. But my oh my, what a strike it was from Alex Villain. Amazing quality in that effort has now put TSIRANG up against RTC. But they will do well not to lose their composure so early on, because RTC are a team with enough gunpowder in them, especially with Dilip and Nathaniel up front. Also Jigdrill in the starting lineup as well, to turn the game around in an instant. At a loss for words to describe how that goal went in. Simply amazing, sensational, as the English commentators would say. But they will have to get their head straight in, as it is. Sitim getting a low one in, but no chance there on the follow-up. It will still be RTC's to take. This time, a lofted delivery. Nathaniel couldn't quite get there. Tampionis it is. Stefan Stolin trying to flick it right back, but cannot. Nathaniel Tete now back out, but the whistle will be called on that collision. Olawale Oladipo looking for that follow-up. Mashed up delivery inside, but it is clipped off of Abdul Majid Shamate. And solid this time around from Dendrum Namgya, who was awestruck, at least was in the air trying to get a hand in on that ball. But given the sheer pace and sheer velocity, the serve in that ball made it a really tough challenge. A slight drizzle coming in over here at TSIRANG as well, which may make conditions a little bit tough to deal with for the players out there. Solid there by Dylan, but as you can see, Dilip making sure he is in every frame of possession up in front. That same hunger, that same work rate got him his first goal of the season. And RTC banking on that same energy to get them yet another one, to get them right back in this match. No chances right now for Tsenda, on whom a lot of expectations probably going into this match. A much awaited return. A couple years have passed since his name has been up there amongst the league's premier forwards. Hopefully he has done well to keep himself fit, keep himself game ready, keep himself with that same instinct that threatened so many defenders back in the day. Abdul Majid down, whistle from the referee, getting that evaluation underway. Olawale making a couple of appeals. Not quite sure as to what the proper extent of that contact was. Again, a look at that first shot there from Alex Willen. Took no time setting the tempo. His team, his fans definitely appreciate the comfort they are getting in the first couple of minutes. Vampire. Typically, we expect shots of that caliber from him, but this season, except for that opener in that 4-0 victory for RTC's first match, where it was Sador who scored 2 and Jigdral who scored the other, and Vampire scoring the 4th. We haven't seen an effort converted from his side. Typically, we do expect a lot of long-range missiles simply honing in on the target from number 8 of RTC. But this season, a completely different story as Sitim keeps it in play, looking to send it out long himself, but this time will go far, right high over and right back into the... Well, not quite sure what you would call that, into the fence. But it is back to Antonio Dillon nonetheless. Decent opportunities for RTC have come up time and time again inside the first 7 minutes. But right now, looking to extend on their advantage was TSIRANG. But couldn't quite keep it under control over on that flank. They do have Stefan Stalin as their top contributor right now. But 25 has slowed down considerably so. Single-handedly, time and time again, he has brought TSIRANG into winning ways. Most notably in that Ugan Academy face-off over at UA, where they were down. Vijay Samal found the opener and Stefan Stalin subbed in, brought in the next 2 to win 3-2 over the youth side. Since then, however, his production has dropped drastically. His teammates in Okutili Michael and Olawale Oladipo up front has really struggled as well, but he does find a delivery inside, which is cleared off. TSIRANG appealing for a handball there, but the referee waves it off. Tete right up, Singh taking on that defensive assignment. Number 10 struggled in the first part of their campaign, found a goal on 2. Way down the line, but you can't deny the impact he is having up in front as a creative glue guy that helps out connecting, simply runs around as much as he can, trying to get in between easy passing lanes between his teammates. TSIRANG definitely fortunate having his talents for their side this time around. Kinzang posted up against Nathaniel Tete. Will let that ball roll. You can see the weather that these players are dealing with right now. The wind escalating, delivery is decent right inside, but RTC final touch. TSIRANG will get the goal kick. RTC down with the goal from Alex Willen in the first 30 seconds. Sitim sending it down on the flanks. The rain right now looking unnaturally heavy for some reason. That's TSIRANG looking to gain advantage. Olawale just a bit too handsy with that challenge. Whistle the other way. Again, a closer look at that. Did have a solid run developing early on until Abdul Majid put his body in the way. Olawale did try to wait around, but just couldn't find a clean avenue at least. Not quite how you get around the defense. But Olawale again, way past his prime as a forward. Haven't really seen the contributions from that man, like his days back in Transport United and his days back in Timbu City. An absolute scoring machine in the seasons past. This season has not really found the production TSIRANG expected out of him. Is playing solid, but you typically expect a bit more from a guy like that. On the other end, it has been Alex Willen, who seems like he has jumped up a level. Not quite sure if we saw the same level of performance while during his days as a Grizzly over at Transport United, but right now, doing a fantastic job. Tenda, on the other hand, not many touches up front, but this time does help out on the defensive end. Wins a possession back as Alex Willen. One-on-one. First is Pema Sangpo. Solid challenge in down on the flank. It will be RTC's throw in to take. Laid up long. Kinzang wanting a call that may not be a great decision as Tete gets a roll in. Follow up there. Not on target. Way off wide. Way to wild. Keza Jimmy. Couldn't keep it grounded. Sent it out as powerfully as it was sent in his way. A chance he will definitely come to regret later on, because against this defense, RTC not really finding many opportunities to get shots from that close end. Questionable weather here. We have sunlight, we have rain. We have winds that are making that rain almost parallel to the ground. It is against TSIRANG, which should find it difficult to keep their eyes open. So long shots for RTC definitely in their favor, especially given the tailwind that is in their direction as well. But they may want to get their shots off from a bit more further, as that wind is not helping out with their efforts from closer. It is lifting them far beyond their expectations. So they may need a little bit of recalibrations going into the match, as RTC through Jimmy. Decently lofted. Nathaniel Tete may get a header in. No, it is TSIRANG. Vampire with the follow-up, but Kinzang TSIRANG got that read in right. Still Jimmy Sittims, throw-in played short. Bemazampo right down the middle. Here's the target. A quick succession of passes finds a left foot from Vampire. Rebound, saved again. Nathaniel Tete, point blank, will send it right up at a high out. Amazing chances there for RTC, but solid goalkeeping from Dylan keeps it all away. Again, a closer look at that first attempt from Vampire. Pretty decent, no blockade in the way. Again, Dilip, look at that. His work rate almost got them a conversion from that second chance. Tete on the follow-up, on the third. Couldn't get that shot on target. A bit too wild for that sort of range. As Alex Willen gets possession back. Kinzang. Late challenge there against Nathaniel Tete, as both players. Tete not happy with the way that contact was initiated by 24 for TSIRANG, Kinzang TSIRANG. But from his side as well, doing all he can. It is nice that this situation didn't end in any further escalation. Again, a closer look at that. Whistle already went up, I think. But seems like both players will be kept at it with the warning. It is sports. It is a game where there is a lot to play for. So you have to at least anticipate that level of hustle, however late it may be. But hopefully, again, we do not see anything more than what happened here at Chang Limitang. Still a funny memory, thinking back on it. Not quite a report on the follow-up as to what happened to the guys who were involved in that incident, but should see an announcement or a report anytime soon. RTC missing a lot of their typical starters. Said Jamal and Sardar, who was a part of their campaign early on. Said Jamal, I still do believe he is part of the squad. Sardar, no information, hasn't even been on the bench for the past couple of games. So wouldn't be surprised if he was released. This is a harsh industry to be in. After all, one day you're part of one team, another day you're part of another, as RTC tried to get a delivery in, but it is blocked off. RTC restart through a throw-in. Pema. Up to Kinzang. Kept under control. Nathaniel Tete forced to drop back. Solid defense there from Kinzang. These two players going at it right now on that right flank. But doesn't really amount to much as Zenda. Set up quite beautifully there by Alex Willen, but defender came right on time. Now back out. Antonio Dylan da Silva. Back in play, Olawale up front, posted up strong. Does keep that ball barely on line. However, the recovery is quick from Kinzang, who is trying his best against the three. But out of that chaos, Pemazangpo now with a lot of space. Beautiful move, beautiful feint with that body. Got Kinzang out of the way. And now a lot of space to get a decent pass in on that wing. Nathaniel Tete closing down hard is Stampy Ernest. A lot of promise on that build-up from RTC. Nathaniel Tete, however, his run cut short by a fantastic read all the way from the other flank. Coming in, Tampy Ernest, John Payne Sasha holding down the fort all by himself. As now Alex Willen, 20 minutes without action from both teams. It was inside the first minute where Alex Willen found an amazing goal. In open play as well, a fantastic shot that soared far and out from the reaches of Tendum Namgil. Underneath the post for RTC, who had no chance with that one. Time and time again over here in the BoB Bhutan Premier League, one goal has been enough to secure victory. But playing at home, TSIRANG may want to get a couple more. Tenda, his first proper possession, left-footed, and yes! Tenda! How long have Burnese fans been waiting for this one? His first proper opportunity, and he makes quick work of that as well. One dribble, all it took to set up that shot. Again, a closer look at that one. Took that matchup one step out to that left and off the crossbar and in. What is happening with TSIRANG FC right now? Both strikes of amazing quality, and in his return back to the league, Tenda Toji will find the second for TSIRANG and his first in a long, long while. At least he's doing well, keeping calm, because there is still a long match to play up ahead of them. RTC right now in shambles. They have Sherab Takin on the bench. Babila went down with an injury early on. Seems like it was getting serious, so we should not see him for a couple games at least. And now TSIRANG looking for opportunity up front again. Olawale almost closed in on Denum Namgyal. Sender with one right now. Alex Willen with the first. Still waiting on one from Olawale Oladipo, but given the momentum the home side is riding on right now, they may find one more unless we see an elite strike from RTC, but it is up high again. So many chances created, so many shots flying towards TSIRANG's post. But right now, the only thing they're missing is a little bit of accuracy. Otherwise, their coach couldn't be more happier with their build-up. Their defense doing very well. Just that left flank opening up time and time again. May need to get a midfielder behind, drop him back, and help him out, and help that backline out. Alex Willen, solid chance, but it is taken right back out by Ugawachu. RTC now looking desperate, 20 more minutes of play left in the first half through Jimmy Setim, who has gotten the reins over their last couple of games to help with build-up. Has done a solid job as well, keeping the tempo down, keeping the tempo favorable for RTC. Typically, when you are down by that much and the other team is riding on amazing momentum, there are times when your team simply makes bad decisions, and Jimmy Setim keeping them away from similar ones as Kederinchen this time with the clearance center boot right towards Olawale Oladipo's face. Not quite sure how hard of a contact there actually was. Again, that replay should show us a better angle. Not quite sure if there was contact, but Olawale did his best trying to sell that one. Boot went towards his face, very near to his face. Was trying to sell that contact towards his head. Turns out TSIRANG did not get the call. Olawale did his best trying to get possession back for his team, but may have to wait a bit more before we see something going from the former Transport United forward. A brilliant start right now for Tenda. These players definitely heating up, proving home ground advantage given the sheer accuracy. They are forwarding the other way towards RTC's net. As for the institution, they have still yet to find a proper shot on target. The closest one, I believe, was Dilip's rebound that at least went towards Antonio Dylan de Silva. Vampire had a solid shot as well. RTC. This looks promising. Delivery deflected off by Singh. It will be a corner for RTC. Chaos. Right inside, RTC cannot find the follow-up. TSIRANG got completely off guard on that one. Not quite sure what that backline was thinking. But they have found their first step going forward. Now back in the game. 1 goal the deficit again as RTC at the 27th minute has found one in finally. Again. Not sure if we have a replay of the actual goal. Again, not quite sure what the players from both teams have been fed today. But their long shots, especially when they convert, have been phenomenal. The first from Willen, the second from Tenda, and the third right now for RTC. As TSIRANG send one in, far post, couldn't quite keep it under control, and it will roll right out, but it is recovered quick. Throw in for TSIRANG. Again, finally a replay on that one. Chikdra, look at that. A lot of spacing late to the closeout. Dylan up in the air. Plenty of contenders for goal of the day. All three with equal potential. Not quite sure which one will be chosen. But finally, after much promise, after much disappointments, RTC have sent one in and now looking to get one more! TSIRANG has found yet another rocket to Stefan Stalin! What is with this match out here today? Both teams seemingly allergic to close range shots. All of them testing out their long range ability with proper heat checks, and a response to Chikdra from Stalin will keep the deficit at 2 as TSIRANG moves up to 3 again. Amazing efforts from both sides going forward. As TSIRANG's fans treated to 2 intense games back to back at home. A reply indeed from TSIRANG on that effort from Chikdra. Now up to RTC to find a reply for themselves as well. But they are finding it hard to build up possession. It is Abdul Majid Shamate plays it back to Kellen. Again, a closer look at that. Saw the space. Then Namgyal. Well, Not really much the goalkeeper could have done in those sorts of situations. And now RTC, this time carrying promise forward, right at the edge. Shot deflected off by Kinzang. Took it right to the hand. And seems like there is a player down. Sadash Vijay preparing to come in. Seems like taking that shot early on definitely affected Kinzang quite a lot. It was a powerful effort there from Tete that he blocked off. Again, a look at the first goal. So right, amazing quality. And that, despite setting the bar very high, has been followed up with shots that kept to that standard and maybe even exceeded it. Also a decent angle, amazing angle on that first shot from Willen. Adash Fiji now coming in, helping out on that flank where Jigdrill has been running rampant. Adash Fiji, there it is, coming in. Thought he'd start. Has been an amazing talent down on that right back position for TSIRANG throughout the start of their campaign alongside Stefan Stalin, helping out fill that regional spots in the starting 11 as well. Jimmy Sittem gets a lot of space off that feint. Against Sender, delivery was solid, but it is flicked right out. We want you on the throwing as Jimmy right up front. Jigdrill was right there as well, but it will go towards Jimmy Sittem, who they've entrusted that build-up role over to early on, with Babila being moved up to a midfielder role away from his centre-back position. Was a key part of their game alongside Vampire, and taking that ball up with composure. Right now, Jimmy Sittem covering for Babila in that regards. That's because Jimmy. Now off to Jimmy Sittem. TSIRANG taking it slow, taking it chill, as they have only 10 more minutes left in the first half to fight off. Because sitting. Breach pass delivery. Nathaniel Tete, way too much power there. RTC's number 7 definitely struggling in this match. A lot of plays lighting up from both sides. But Tete right now struggling. Got a lot of opportunities to get his calibrations in as well early on that follow-up by Dilip on Vampire's shot. It was Nathaniel Tete who had that point-blank opportunity to get in what would have been RTC's first. Would have changed the momentum of the match completely. But right now, with those bangers from TSIRANG, RTC on the back foot. They miss pass. Alex Willen, strong challenge there, but it is clean. Solid delivery right inside center Tochi, but then Namgyal will get the read correct on that trajectory. Easy save there for the goalkeeper. And RTC now the chance to close out the half. TSIRANG making waves down on that right flank. They do have Tenda right inside. Alex Willen and Olawale Oladipo closing in. Tete plays it off, but it is right towards Singhe. Almost made a mistake with that first one, but gets a clean one. Follow up towards Rinchen. And now Alex Willen against Nathaniel Tete. It is Alex who has an incredible burst of speed. No whistle on that foul against Alex Willen. It is RTC's ball to take up front. Again, a closer look at that. Pretty clean there from Tete. Alex Willen forcing that goal. Taking it right in his hands. But literally as well. And now RTC are finding TSIRANG a little bit scattered in this opportune movement. Jig drill. Keza took a hefty touch there. Almost gave possession away to TSIRANG, but in a moment of frantic chaos, TSIRANG did send it right back over to Tendo. RTC blessed right now with the follow-up on that mistake. Bema, solid spin move, got him past Tenda. Again, a closer look at that possession. Tenda went directly towards the body of Bema. Abdul Majid Shamate. Nathaniel Tete now out to Ugindoji. TSIRANG pretty compacted still. They do find a space out for Dilip to make a run in. Again, looking to follow it up. Tampi Ernest clears it off of John Payne Sasha's touch. And now TSIRANG up front to Olawale Oladipo, but Abdul got a foot in. Off to Pema Zangpo, whose flicks keep it in possession for RTC for as long as they possibly could have. But it is put out quite early, and now Olawale one-on-one situation on that left flank. A lot of feints going out, but no advantage gain. Tried to run right down the middle. The referee will hold on to his whistle for now. Alex getting a bit too passionate there. Jimmy did all he could to fight that first one off, but against that much of a pull on his shoulders, he couldn't really keep his balance. At least they do manage to get the whistle there. RTC, Dilip. Again, look at that work rate. Amazing there from Dilip Mongar. TSIRANG pressed for possession deep inside their own territory. It is RTC, I believe, who has gotten the throw-in. Singhe steals it right back for TSIRANG, who keeps it in play through Alex Willen, taking on that matchup right down the middle. Immediately sends it out long. Alex Afiz Olawale Oladipo up front. Turn around, will give him a little bit of space. Tries to poke it in, but will not be able to do so quite successfully. But at least it is still TSIRANG's possession. RTC right now safe from set pieces, safe in these corner situations. TSIRANG has found all three of their goals through amazing long shots. So RTC may want to bolster that space up in front of those centre backs a little bit, because that is where they are conceding all of the goals right now. TSIRANG will try again. Less than 5 minutes remain. Stefan Stalin on the delivery. He is their top scorer. He is one of their most impactful performers. His consistency a real factor in so many games, as this time he gets that delivery way too low. Well, got me riled up with that chance for no reason. As TSIRANG have to retreat to a throw-in from way out. Singh. Solid touch there from TSIRANG's number 10. Tried to roll it in, but not enough quickness to get in behind Oguntochi. Tendup lobs a calm one in right down the middle. Rinchen tried to keep it under control, but Dilip again, look at that work rate. Amazing. Never sees this. To entertain us fans. Wins possessions back where he has no right being. As TSIRANG forces a reckless one in. It is towards Tendup Namgyal again. Chimisete. Bit casual on that pass towards Vampire. It is TSIRANG's possession now, as Jimmy did try to get a body in the way. It is flicked up again. Tenda elevated right above Gedin. At least his fitness seems to be in form as well. As now Chikdral looking to create something. Nathaniel Tete keeps it under control, looking for that shot. Not many options. It is blocked off. Pemazangpo tightly contested. Singawanchu still Pemazangpo. Right foot. Just missed. Barely. Amazing move to have gotten past Singh from all the way out. Amazing balance on the man as well. Just couldn't put it on target. But it will be an opportunity they cherish. Getting that up close means that at least hope is alive. 2 goals, a realistic possibility for RTC to come back from. Willen. Deft delivery this time, but Tendup manages to get himself right in position to get that save in. Three more minutes of additional time has been awarded to this match. Stefan Stolin on that left, looking for a delivery in, but Abdul Majid Chamate got right there. Kezan simply rose up above Oladipo and followed up with the block on Alex Willen. TSIRANG still in possession. RTC. Frantic clearance over to the wing from Abdul Majid Chamate. As TSIRANG denied their fourth again off of a solid defensive intervention from RTC.
Curtain meetings.
Not quite sure what is happening with the players out here today, here at TSIRANG. A lot of long shots being attempted. Singhe, respectable effort. Had the arc, had the pace, had Dendro properly panicking as well. On the other end, Dilip, despite lacking in stature, his explosiveness does help him rise up over for a lot of proper aerial tools. Maybe an option for RTC if they're getting pretty desperate. We are out of time right now, any second. RTC, last in possession, and there is the whistle. Solid first half. Could be the end of the goal right now, and we would have a proper 10-minute highlight reel from both sides. But it will continue on. 3 for TSIRANG, 1 for RTC. All courtesy of amazing shots from distance. Alex Willen's first effort, simply inspiring a wave of bullets from way afar. That is where we are right now. 3 for TSIRANG, 1 for RTC. This was your commentator, Ovidish Toji. Thank you guys for tuning in. It has been an entertaining first half so far. Looking forward to the same one in the second. See you guys after the break.
think. I don't think. Suicide.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kuzangpo and welcome to the second half of an absolute show out here in TSIRANG Artificial Ground as TSIRANG FC lead 3 against RTC's 1. But do not let that scoreline fool you, because the goals we have been treated to here in this match have been absolute class. That first goal from Alex Willen, another level altogether, after which we thought the quality in goals would depreciate. But since then, we have seen bangers after bangers from both sides. It was Sendadoji who found the second with an amazing left foot off the crossbar. Over on that left flank as well, Stefan Stolin from way downtown with an amazing left foot as well. And Jigdril, who got that response to that second from TSIRANG to make it 1 for RTC. A couple of substitutions have been made. Kinza Tenzin and Sharab Toji, RTC's captain, has been brought in. Started last time around, this time probably keeping his condition in mind as Kinzang. Oh, solid run up front, brought in alongside Sharab. Immediate impact, just slightly off in terms of that connection. Dilip instead has been taken off. Tampi Ernest to take it up for TSIRANG alongside John Payne Sasha. His presence really crucial for TSIRANG's run so far in the first half at least. But this is the game of football after all. So you can't really say what will be the fate of this match and the fate of both teams going forward, as RTC now playing it back. Guess Jimmy down the middle may be an option. Jimmy, get in. Shut up, right down, but decided to play it up instead, and it is Adarsh Vijay who heads it. Stefan Stolin, not quite enough elevation there to get at the end of that ball. Shut up, plays it right down the middle, but Alex Willen clearing it up. Zenda, his start so far has been spectacular. An amazing goal to mark his return to the top flight of Brunei's football. They try to get a decent delivery in, but Abdul Majid Shamate in that backline for RTC. Calm and composed as ever. No surprise there, TSIRANG forced to restart from a throw-in. As it seems like there is a man down for TSIRANG. Stefan Stolin, TSIRANG's top scorer. The scorer of their third goal in this match. Not quite sure what the reason for that pain is. Pretty sure we missed that contact, that collision.
Wait, Nazar.
Also a decent turnout here at TSIRANG despite the questionable weather. Early on we had sun, then came in rain, then we had the sun and rain together, then came in a wind that put that rain almost parallel down to the ground. And right now we have the sun back up again, and despite that, TSIRANG's fans not faltering. Last time around when we had a match over here at TSIRANG, we had one post that caught a lot of attention where a bunch of people were stacked up on top of a bolero trying to get a proper eye line for the match out at home for TSIRANG. But right now, decent entertainment as well. Shut up. Alex, hefty challenge there. Shut up, trying to play it quick. Still RTC's ball. They do get one up to Nathaniel Tete on that right flank. Matched up against Kinzang. John Payne Sasha retreating. It is played back out. RTC may do well to find a shot early on because those long efforts are falling in. RTC, a lot of misses from distance until that conversion from Jigdrill as a decently lofted one in is headed right back out. Too much pressure there for Nathaniel Tete, too many defenders around. Shut up. Will whip one in, Nathaniel Tete at the end of that ball, but it is kept online. John Payne Sasha now on the wings. May get to it first, and yes, it does. TSIRANG captain doing a solid job poking it right back out. RTC, solid possession, but not quite enough to find their next step into coming back in this match. Guess Jimmy. RTC. Solid decisions. Playing it slow. Gederinchin forces a drive right down the middle. Too contested. It is TSIRANG's the other way. Olawale deep ball. Amazing pace. Down on that flank. Number 9 all alone, however, will try to loft one up. Can't quite get enough power to get it over. Dendo gets an amazing throw far and out towards Sharap. Still Sharap. Second appearance for RTC of the season. Started in that last one. This time came in at the second half. As Jimmy up to Nathaniel Tete. TSIRANG, their defense holding out right now. No advantage gained up front for RTC's number 7. But typically should be having a lot of fun with those high balls being placed his way. Stefan Solin headed it away. Sharap looking to follow it up, but Singhe tried to roll it in right between the two RTC personnel towards Stefan Solin. But Sharap gets out with the interception. Kez Jimmy now off to Jimmy Sitim. Keza still sends it out high, but that may be enough time for TSIRANG to get a body in. Kenzang gets there on time. Alec Tenda. Way too physical there on Kenzang, who will do a good job earning that whistle for RTC. And now a chance from dangerously up close. Again, despite the double team, did his well keeping his balance for as long as he possibly could have. Sharap, Bemazangpo, both capable of taking that set piece, be it for a delivery in or for a shot. All they need to be right now is composed as Sharap plays a short one in, one touch off to the side. But that cheeky play will be flagged offside. Solid with that execution, got that touch in proper, but just lost a bit of awareness there on that final end. Tampi Ernest. An unfortunate outlet there from Jigdrill. Sadash Vijay with the throw-in, sends it up long. Olawale stumbles off of Keden. We're stripped right back out. The referee this time coming right in. Not quite sure how intentional it was. Doesn't really seem like he was going for Gideon. Although does well making his case heard. It is Gideon's to play back. Nathaniel Tete mashed up against Kinzang. An explosive burst of speed down on that right flank is cut short by John Payne Sasha. Brilliant on that first move, but couldn't quite find the delivery to keep it up, as this time Jake Drill gets a header in, keeps it right down the middle. Kinzang kept it under control, but that touch set that ball up way too high in the air. Plenty of time there for TSIRANG to react to that threat and send it right out. Jimmy coming in. Jimmy whips it far, header off of Alex Willen. Because Jimmy was right down, but decided to send it up long instead, and it will be Antonio Dylan de Silvas. Well, referee says contact, last contact, TSIRANG. It will be a corner again for RTC. Jimmy Sidham. Chance again. Hopefully the second time is much better. But right now, tensions still afloat inside that 6-yard box. The referee finally settles down. Jimmy. Decent delivery. It is played short. Punched off. Follow up. Blocked off yet again. Singh. Amazing positioning there. Got his head to that ball right on time as well. Shut up. Back out the other way. TSIRANG's defense a bit lacking. There was that double team. Would have been dangerous if it was RTC who ended up getting possession in that zone. As TSIRANG fighting off yet another wave. Keza try to wind up for a proper effort. It is Abdul Majid who will take one nonetheless. Decent effort there, but it will miss completely. Decent effort, given the momentum they were coming into the second half with. Amazing quality goals in the first half, which just isn't able to be replicated right now. All 4 goals scored in the first half, all scored off of wonderful bullets from afar. Goal of the day, good go to anyone. Jake Drill, who brought that one for RTC. Stefan Stalin, who had the most range. Zinda, who sent it off of the crossbar and in. Or Alex Willen, who had that amazing swerve right inside the first 30 seconds of the game as well. Nathaniel Tete still continuing on with his drought. Had a chance to set up a lovely shot there. Contested from behind by John Payne Sasha. Couldn't get the contact he wanted. Can't be earnest. Antonio Dylan down on the flanks, kept alive. Kinzang, solid touch, but the follow-up not quite there. Does manage to position himself solid on that clearance effort there from Kazachimi, but Stefan Solin a step far behind Sharab Toji, who sends it right down to Kazachimi, who is strong enough to withstand 2 collisions, and now Jig Drill on that left. That run has created so many miracles from the magician, this time unable to do so. TSIRANG. Close call again from Zenda. Looked like a nonchalant delivery in, but still had the pace to threaten the post. Just unfortunate for TSIRANG and Zenda that it was off target. Look at that move again. Seems like maturity is only helping out Zenda. Dodgy. Only one move needed to get him to his spots. Saw that first goal manifest from a similar move. Didn't have to do much. Just send his body one way and one explosive touch the other way to send the defender way far back. As Stefan Stalin gets a clean one in, up to Olawale Oladipo. Only the finish left, and Tendo this time manages to get a proper save in. Amazing form there from the RTC goalkeeper. Flag stayed down. RTC's backline took way too long complaining about that goal. Then they did tracking back, and that opened up a lot of angles for Olawale. Simply fortunate in this moment for RTC that Tendrup had all those angles covered. TSIRANG with the corner. At the 16-minute mark, opportunity to make it for TSIRANG. Keeps it under control. Adash Vijay follow-up, blocked off. A bit reckless there. TSIRANG's crowd definitely enjoying the football they are getting to watch out here today. Hopefully RTC's players do well, keeping their calm. As Chikjal look to take a stunning strike again! The magician single-handedly taking RTC back up into proper contention here in this match. Both of the goals for RTC coming off of fantastic stunners from their magician as Chikjal takes RTC up to 2. And TSIRANG at 3, only 1 goal the deficit again. Tampi Ernest a bit hesitant coming on that closeout. And Antonio, no chance there this time around for the goalkeeper. What again is happening here in this match? Because the sheer quality in the goals that are being scored right now are simply, for a lack of better terms, world class. RTC close there again on the follow-up. Chikjal again at the end of it. A lot of words being thrown his way, over from the crowds. But again, Chikjal showing the right way to deal with criticism. Let your play do the talking. Don't mind what they say, don't say anything back. Just let your play do the talking. And he has done so, in fact. Chikjal looking again on that left flank, but Adash Vijay, enough of a feint there. Recovery from Chikjal will earn a corner for RTC. Amazing sense there. From Chikjal. Thought it was a dead position there for RTC to gain any advantage back. Still managed to clear it off of Singh. It is Chimisitin back on that set piece. Right now, his passes not that accurate. Sherab will play it short. Back to Jimmy from a favorable angle, looking to deliver it in. Header. Close. Close but it will be a goal kick for TSIRANG. Also, seems like TSIRANG is prepping a substitution. Demadoji has come in for Adash Fije, who will be subbed out. Vampire, missed pass. Possible advantage, but not for long. Cleared up, and now Sherab taking part in open play. Kinzang, Jigdrill on the left, Sherab overlapping, but Kinzang does not see that run coming in. It is Jigdrill on the flanks. Off of a hefty challenge, flicks one in towards Sherab. A chaotic ricochet right in between 3 versus 2. Tampi Ernest out on top. Demadoji instant impact. Still Tampi Ernest, who can't quite get the clearance off. Kinzang got there right in time. A bit reckless there. Seems like he did clip that right foot a little bit. Lucky for them, no injuries. Right now, as up front, Senda getting a bit reckless. Demanding a bit more calls from the referee as we have a couple more calls, couple more substitutions coming in for RTC. Nima Gelson 15 coming in for Nathaniel Tete. And it seems that Keza Jimmy is being taken out for Tenzin Legdrup. Chance. Alex Willen, follow up, keeps it away from Nima Gelson. TSIRANG still in possession somehow. Rinchen looking to get one in for himself, but those kinds of shots will not fall. Easy save there for Dindup. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to tell our viewers to do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Give us a like over here. Over on Facebook, we do have 3 pages: BoB Bhutan Premier League, BoB Women's National League, and the official Bhutan Football Federation Facebook page. So do go give us a follow over there for announcements, updates, and news with regards to the league, Bhutan football, and many more. Right now, RTC, close call, couldn't find a finish, however. Sherab looking to drive it in. Jigdrill back to Sherab, and now out Vampire. No angle for a shot. Jigdrill, Vampire, better angle, left foot, but it is off towards the side of the nets. Goal kick now for Dylan. Only 1 goal separating the two right now. A much better place to be for RTC, who were down by 2 early on for 2 separate occasions. 2-0 until Jigdrill found their opener. 3-1 until Jigdrill found their second. Their magician on complete fire right now. Maybe the guy they may look to going forward. Vampire taking his fair share of shots as well, but no conversions as of yet. As RTC force a delivery right inside. It is taken off by TSIRANG. Stefan Solin against Jigdrill. It is Jigdrill who gets a clean poke off. Kinzang hands it off. Legdrup on the side, cutting in. A beautiful angle there for Legdrup. Saved by Antonio Tilanda Silva. Amazing effort there for RTC going into that shot from Legdrup. Had TSIRANG's defense shifting left and right, kept them on their toes, guessing where that shot would possibly come from. Did not expect Legdrup to be the one taking that shot. A bit too late to the closeout. Fortunately for TSIRANG, did not end in a conversion. As hitting the chance to make something happen for TSIRANG, but instead make something happen for RTC, as now possession down on that right flank, a lot of pace as well. Options available, but they will need to get past that one-on-one first. An obvious tug on that jersey, a bit hard as well, will earn a whistle from the referee. Driven right in. First effort is saved. TSIRANG does well, clearing it right off. Danger still not averted. Kinzang sends it up long towards the face of Olawale Oladipo, but the touch a bit too hefty. Boma. Solid connection this time with that left foot. Came very, very close. But that will not be the shot that finds their equalizer. Decent effort, just a bit away. Chance. RTC, but Antonio, quick reflexes, smart decision, sends it off with the header. Good read there from the goalkeeper, but he may have to fight off yet another shot from RTC. They are steadily gaining momentum, have been on the back end for way too long. As TSIRANG doing well defensively, but they may need a couple more shots to fall in before they can guarantee their victory here. Shut up. Solid dribble. May find himself in a favorable spot. Decided to send that out towards Tenzin leg drop. But intercepted early. RTC now whipping one inside. No touch there. It is the goalkeepers to take. A lot of support being thrown out from TSIRANG's crowd. Typically, always fun to have these matches down south. Last season, it was something alongside TSIRANG, who had a very audible crowd, a very fun one as well. As the referee not liking that attitude from Pema Zangpo. Yellow card already his way. The reaction to that card almost got him a second. Vampire will have to play it calm going forward, because they do have a bright couple of minutes up ahead of them. If they play their cards right, they will not want to compromise that run any more than they already have. Chance still alive. RTC now through Dendo. May want to play it quick. Skipped up to, went straight up. Shut up, stepping ever so slowly up in front. Alex Willen tried to get it over to Singh, who committed to that run instead. It seems like it will be throw-in for RTC. Abdul Majid sends it back the other way. Chance now, up front, RTC, point blank! Absolute turbo in that run from RTC. And what an explosive way to get in that equalizer. 3 for RTC and 3 for TSIRANG, who now find themselves in trouble off of a wonderful finish by the sub, Nima Gelton. RTC now finding new life within themselves. Shut up. The entirety of RTC squad trying to make a blitz up front. They will play advantage. Ball delivered long on that left flank. Shut up. Onside. Closed in quick. Dematoji. Solid clearance there. RTC's captain. Back after a long while. Jigdral, the target possibly down short. An amazing storyline being written here at TSIRANG. Stefan Stolin taking his time recovering. Should be good enough to get right back in. Again, a closer look at that run. John Payne, Sasha, Tampi, Ernest, both foreigners left in the dust. And an amazing strike to wrap it all up as well. Time and time again, we've seen many crumble when placed in that spot. This time, RTC will not. Chance now for TSIRANG. Olawale Oladipo against Sherab, who comes out on top. Olawale may be a bull up front, but attacking is a hard match indeed as Bijay Samal being brought in for Stefan Stolin. Did amazing with that third goal, I believe, for TSIRANG. Yep. Will be taken off now. Their top scorer continuing on with that streak. But Bijay Samal by no means the downgrade as well. Found that opener versus Ukin Academy, a consistent name in TSIRANG's rotation. And getting the call up in the match where there is a lot at stake means that there is plenty of trust from your staff. As Bijay gets a clean one in. Olawale Oladipo off to Singh, almost left it to finish. But no, this one will not fall in this time around. went a bit too wild with that haymaker of a shot. Would have been masterful had it been on target, but it was not. And still 3 for RTC, still 3 for TSIRANG. A bit more than 10 minutes to remain. Do let me know which team you think the last 10 minutes will be in favor of, or will it end in a draw? But given the momentum both teams have built up throughout the entirety of this match, pretty sure we will not settle for 3-3 as the final score. Alex Willen got a beautiful pass up to Oladipo, but Kaden a bit too reckless with that challenge, went straight for Lawale's legs. Alex Willen. TSIRANG, in fact, the entirety of their squad right now, well and proper, warmed up in that shot from way downtown. But right now seems like it will be Kinzang TSIRANG who will be looking to lob it in, set up a teammate right inside. Does have plenty of whip. It is punched off by Dendo. Opportunity again for TSIRANG down on the flanks. Again, plenty of whip on that. Oladipo almost there as well, but no longer in the initiative. RTC taking it the other way. RTC denied the quick restart there by Pematoji. A bit cheeky there from the substitution, but again, in a game like this where there's a lot at stake, you will want to gain every little advantage you want, although this may not be to the satisfaction of everybody who may want a clean match. In the end, a win is a win. Results matter. Pema lost one up on that left flank, flicked up above, stopped in their tracks. It is still RTC's to play. Shut up, looking to whip it in, far post, headed right back in towards Antonio da Silva. Chance again, Kinzang. Finds space on that right, releases it towards Pemas Dangpo. No help except for Sherap on that left. Will look to deliver one in yet again, but the tap is missing from Legdrup. John Payne, Sasha got a foot in first. And that will help TSIRANG delay RTC's offense as much as they can. The first half completely in TSIRANG's favor, but the second half sheer domination from RTC, who are looking to close off this match with one more again. Me. Decent delivery, but it is right towards TSIRANG's goalkeeper. Dylan, solid hand, now launching a counter off immediately through Bijay Samal. Taking it slow, Alex Willen. RTC chance again, but Dylan gets a solid trade again. Troyes has he denied similar opportunities. Tension definitely escalating. The home crowd may want to get their distractions in a bit more. Again, against Nima Kelson, who showed us incredible pace with that equalizer. Maybe a threat TSIRANG will want to keep at bay, as it seems like a substitution is coming in for RTC. Taken, taken out, it is TSIRANG being awarded the captain's armband for the last couple of minutes of play.
So go.
Sent right back out. The last couple of minutes escalating in terms of tension. Quite a bit frantic there in that possession. A bit too desperate as well. It ain't basketball, and for that, you will get a yellow card. Ukintoji. 2 yellow cards for RTC right now. One in Pemazangpo, who almost got a follow-up after messing with the referee as well. Always nice to see that sort of passion, but you can't direct that towards the referee. That's Nima. Tried to delay it, but we'll continue on with apologies over to the referee. As TSIRANG gets one in, only the header missing, but Abdul Majid Shamate makes quick work of that opportunity. Sends it back out, however, it is now an opportunity for TSIRANG to get one in from way up close. A corner the opportunity right now. Solid follow-up. There from Rinchen Namgyel, but not enough again to beat the goalkeeper for RTC. Also, again, in a match like this one, where victory is ever so close, but feels like hell trying to get to it. You want to do what you can for your team. There has to be a guy that takes those cards. There has to be a guy that plays, on the boundaries of the rules, an enforcer, as you would call it in basketball. Not quite sure what the term is for football, but we do have that one guy, and right now RTC, a lot of them stepping up to that role. That's Bijay, plays it back. Solid one touches. Alex Willem may find a shot out of that, but it is a hefty touch that sends it right towards Tendum Namgyal. Danger averted. RTC the chance to get back on the counter. We do have a lot of space. It is a favorable matchup. John Payne Sasha all the way out on the wing is enough to get a touch in. Vijay Summer lobs it up high. Leg drop. Abdul Majid Shamate. Last 2 minutes left in regular time. Pemazangpo. Through heavy traffic. Still an outlet down on that right wing. Only the delivery inside left. Pass back for a better angle. Closing in. Defense faked out. Second effort. Way too far out. Kinzang right there. But not even a guy like Abayomi would have gotten to that ball. Yedin, solid effort there against Dematoji. Will win possession back for RTC. Again, a closer look at that. The first shove, it was clean. The second follow-up, however, reckless from TSIRANG. A match which initially looked like TSIRANGs to take right at home. RTC through fantastic heroics from Jigdrill and Yuma Kelson was brought in as a sub. Now see themselves within reach of getting 3 points. RTC header keeps it alive for Legdrup, who will not be able to find the balance on that finish.
Huh? For me, it's not.
Last couple of seconds, it is 4 more minutes added to additional time. A reminder to our fan as to what is at stake and before the situation escalates any further. Tenda. RTC right now at 13, tied alongside Timpusiri. 3 points here will help them overtake Transport United up at third at 15. Tenda, nice little fake there, got that space for Rinchen. Left-footed delivery right in, maybe perfect. BJ Samo got a header in, although Wale couldn't get the follow-up over Chimi Sewang. Big man against Chimi. Couldn't quite force his way through to that header. RTC did well defending that effort, and now back together Rinchen. Also, as for TSIRANG, right now they are at 7th, 10 points alongside BFF Academy. 3 points will get them right alongside Timpo FC and BFF Academy, and within reach of top 3. So, a lot that a win could mean. A draw, however, will keep both teams where they are in the standings. No major changes. TSIRANG, however, TSIRANG will still only jump up 1 spot over BFF Academy, but only by 1 point. So a draw pretty meaningless in the long run, as the longer they continue piling up those 1 points, the further and further away Paro, Thimphu and Transport United up on the top 3 will drift away. Not a result they want. As the sun now getting in the eyes of players and coaches alike, may find it difficult staring up, especially against on towards that left flank. Apologies, found myself at a loss of proper words there. But this angle for a corner, pretty favorable even for the defenders and attackers equally, as the sun is away in that background. Also, a draw is a draw. We do not have PKs as this is a league. This is the last stretch of extra time, 2 more minutes. If it is a draw, both teams run away with a point each. If someone ends up scoring a goal, which again we've seen plenty of teams do, then it is a steal at the last minute. Legdrup, header, keeps it in the way of Kinza. Mashed up against Pema. It is Pema who gets a clean read in on that dribble, got a foot in. And now Kinzang. Amazing hustle there from the 11, and now broken past Dante and Sasha. Does well clearing it off, but it is thrown deep inside TSIRANG territory. Time ticking on. The goal line, the score line at a draw 3-3, and tensions refusing to settle. As Stingel looking for a proper run in past Gether Rinchen, who does well putting his body in the way. John Payne Sasha not quite happy with how his team lost possession up front. Careless pass there from Pematochi. Could have put in a bit more thought into that one. Pemazampo does try whipping one in. Pins in leg group. And did find the finish. But seems like the flag was up. So much drama. My oh my. Celebrations underway for RTC until they turned around and saw that flag up. Amazing setup there from Pemazampo. But just simply unfortunate. Did find the finish past Antonio Dylan as well. And with that, we are pretty much out of time. TSIRANG may get one final drive in. Singhe pokes one off for one last opportunity. We are way past time, and there is the whistle. Amazing goals, amazing strikes in the first 5. But in the final minutes, both teams have been forced to settle for a point each. RTC 3 came back up against TSIRANG's 3. And that will be it for the match. So much drama. Could have been a completely different scoreline, but it is what it is. Goals have been made. The match has ended. It will end in a draw. As unfortunate as it may be, but it was a fantastic effort. Plenty of candidates for goal of the day, maybe even goal of the season, given the strikes that we saw. Especially given the context of each strike following one another. It was simply amazing in the first half. That run from Nima Kelsen, as deserving as well. But until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the interactions. Thank you guys for the support. This was your commentator, Okijesh Toji. Well, do follow BoB Bhutan Premier League on Facebook for updates, informations, and news. Do follow Bhutan Football Federation and the BoB Women's National League as well. But until then, this game has ended in a draw. That will be it for today. Peace out.